Hi guys, how's it going there? Nathan Middle down under here. Time for an update of sorts. Got 3 CDs and 4 vinyl to show. And yeah, looking forward to showing these to you guys. Hope you're all doing well. Weekend, lots of time to relax, listen to music. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Start off with the 3 CDs first. First one is just an EP, brand new this year, and that is the Hailstorm latest EP on Napalm Records, Voyage of the Dead Marauder. Love this band. Such a fun band to listen to. As you say, it's all pirate metal themed. Saw these guys last year, put on a phenomenal show, and I was very happy to see them. This is just a 5 track EP, and yeah, really good. Yeah. They just seriously don't take themselves seriously at all. They have Sea Shanty 2, which is a really good instrumental, and I really enjoy that. Also a song by the name of Cock, which is really funny song. But yeah, wanted to have this on vinyl, but the price they wanted for the vinyl was ridiculous, considering it's just a 5-track EP. So I opted for the CD, so I can play it in the car as well. And yeah, as you can see, they certainly don't take themselves too seriously at all. The duck, which they bring out on stage, they actually have 2 ducks on their stage set. But yeah, really happy to have this. I do need to go back and pick up a lot of the earlier albums that I'm missing, but yeah, just don't see them over here in New Zealand. But yeah, classic band shop there, so you're really enjoyable. So glad I picked it up. Like I said, brand new. This came out this year on Napalm Records. Very hard to get the booklet back in there. We'll get in there in the end. Would much rather have it on dual case, but more and more albums aren't coming out on dual case these days. They're coming out in digi packs, digi books, that kind of thing. Just glad it didn't come out on one of those really thin ones, which I absolutely can't stand. But yeah, Hailstorm, Voyage of the Dead Marauder, really enjoying that one. Next one, bound to be in most people's top lists of 2024, and it'll definitely be very high up in mine, probably in the top 5, if not the top 2, and that is Saxon, Hellfire and Damnation. Phenomenal album. Now, I will say it's much better than Carpe Diem. I was a little bit disappointed in that album after Thunderbolt, which was an absolutely killer album. Carpe Diem just took it down a notch. It wasn't as memorable. It certainly wasn't as heavy. But this takes right back to Thunderbolt for me. Came out on Silver Lining, 2024 release, and these guys, considering how old they are, how many albums they've put out, how many years they've been around as a band, they're just out there kicking ass and showing the young guys how it's done, still to this day. I was looking for this on vinyl, but I couldn't find it here in New Zealand, so I bought the CD from overseas. I picked it up from Australia, I believe, and then after I bought the CD, I managed to find the vinyl here in New Zealand, but I won't grab that for now. Just stick to the CD. I've been banging this out in the car and absolutely loving it. The whole album is brilliant. This title track, Hellfire and Damnation, Madame Guillotine, there's a new music video out for that. The Prophecy, just absolutely killer heavy metal, and I'm absolutely loving it, and I really, sorry about the glare, really love that cover art. Well behind in Saxon. I don't own much of their stuff at all. I own a couple of their 80s albums, but that's as far back as I go, and I own a couple of the newer albums. So yeah, well behind in their catalogue, but inside we just have lyrics, and we have the band shot there. So yeah, going to be very, very high up in a lot of people's lists for this year. For me personally, doesn't quite top the Judas Priest album. That was always going to be hard to beat. But yeah, really, really loving the new Saxon. And our last CD, a band formed by original Kalidia vocalist. They split up. She was also in the band A Walk of Darkness, which is they've just put out a new single as well this year. This is a brand new album, debut album I should say. This album is called Of War and Flames. That is by the band Alterium, out of, pretty sure they're Italian. This one came on AFM 2024, and this is just awesome symphonic symphonic power metal. That's what I'd say it is. She is a phenomenal vocalist. What's her name? Can't remember. But there's the band there. As I said, brand new band that she has put together. It's going to do my head in. What's her name? I know it. It's just when you make videos, they just disappear. Nicoletta Rossellini is on vocals, and yeah, absolutely amazing vocalist. And this is a really, really good album. Sounds a little bit like Kalidia and Walk of Darkness, but they have their own, definitely have their own spin on things with this new album. And great to see her getting out there and putting out new music all the time with her various bands. I only had a chance to listen to this once yet, so I can't haven't fully digested it. But the first time I listened to it, which was a few weeks back now, absolutely loved it. Playing in the car, so yeah, cranked it up, had the windows down, annoying everybody around me. But yeah, really, really good album, debut album from Alterium. Check them out. Pretty sure I'm positive they are Italian. But yeah, really cool cover art there as well. So that is the 3 CDs out of the way. Now onto the 4 vinyl. First one I'm going to show, just released yesterday. Brand new EP from one of my favourite bands from here in New Zealand, if not my favourite band, Devilskin and Surfacing. Really, I love that album art. They always have skulls on the cover of their albums, but yeah, that's really, really cool. Came signed by the band, which I wasn't expecting, and yeah, looking forward to seeing these guys live for the 22nd time this year. Yeah, just on standard black. I won't get it out because there's no insert. But what we've got here is a 6-track EP, 2 covers, Holy Diver, obviously by Dio, Barracuda by Heart. Now they are 2 covers that they have done for many years in their live set from time to time. They also have the Whale Song, which they've played virtually their whole career, but has never been put on album. Now it has. Really, really awesome song. It's great to hear the finished version. Live version is brilliant, and so is this version here. Then on the B side they have Let Me Breathe, which is a song they put out, released last year. Then they have 2 completely new songs, Insects and Unborn. Both cracking songs in their own right. Unborn is a much slower ballad of sorts, and yeah, I'm really, really enjoying that. So yeah, very, very happy to have some new Devil Skin. Their last album, Red, was released in 2020 during the pandemic. But yeah, 4 years down the track, they got this EP out there, and just hoping that they put out another full release very, very soon. Let's hope so anyway. I know I rave about these guys, sent many copies of their albums around the world, and everybody seems to really love them. Great to have the new Devil Skin Surfacing EP in my collection. I've got one more New Zealand band to show, and I'll show that one now. That is Tadpole and the Medusa. This album originally came out in, I'm going to say, maybe 2002. This is the first time ever on a vinyl. They reissued their debut album, The Butterfinger, last year on vinyl for the first time. And now they've released their second album, The Medusa. I had this on CD for the longest time. Female fronted, we'll say rock, hard rock, from here in New Zealand. And yep, they had 3 albums out in total. Just hopefully they'll release the third one also on vinyl, maybe next year. But when I see Devil Skin in a month's time, Tadpole are actually in support, and they haven't played shows in many years, so they've reformed with a different vocalist. Renee here decided she no longer wanted to be a part of the live scene, and she proposed a singer, and she has jumped on board, and yeah, she sounds really, really good as well from what I've heard. But yeah, very, very happy to have this on vinyl finally. Just cracking tunes on here. We have nothing new, just not rock and roll. Everything comes around. Just a really, really awesome New Zealand album from the very early 2000s, and it definitely has that 2000s, even late 90s sound to it. But yeah, really, really awesome. Enjoyed that cover. On my CD version, it has a can't say it properly, a venticular cover. Where you do that and it changes. Didn't do that with the vinyl, but that doesn't matter. It's really cool that they have been issuing these on vinyl for the first time. So there's the band there. Not much to, nothing, no inserts, as same with the Devil Skin, but this came out on a blue vinyl, which is really cool because it sort of matches the cover. So yep, that is Tadpole and the Medusa. Great rock from the early 2000s from New Zealand. Next one, brand new album. Had this for a few months now. A brand new album from Amaranth, The Catalyst, another band I saw live last year. They're actually playing here in New Zealand in August. Unfortunately, I won't be able to go to that show as it's my wife's birthday. So yeah, she doesn't want to go to it. So yeah, unfortunately, I can't see them again, but I did see them last year, and phenomenal show. Now this is a great album, but what I will say, definitely for me personally, probably their weakest album to date. For me, when it comes to Amaranth, it's all about the first 2 albums, the debut, self-titled, and the Nexus, when they had J-Key in the band. They've had a few member changes over the years, but Les Rid still in the band, and it is a good album. Came on a green vinyl, which goes with the the cover, the album art. The Catalyst, a great song. Damnation Flame, really, really good. But there's no song on here that absolutely blows me away, unlike the first 2 albums, which are just absolutely outstanding in my opinion. Came out on Nuclear Blast this year, of course. lyrics, and we have the band shot here. We still have 4 original members from the start. Obviously there's Liz there. We have the bass player, he's still original, the guitarist and the drummer. He's also in the Dark Side of the Moon along with Melissa Bonney, fantastic band. But yeah, it's just doesn't quite meet up to my high standard on the band, but I'm really enjoying it, and I collect everything they put out, and I won't miss anything because they do put out some great tunes, catchy as, clean vocals from Liz, yeah, some harsh vocals in there, and yeah, really enjoyable album, and so glad I do have it. And then finally, been looking forward to this album for a long time, the brand new album from Mirith and Karma. Now this is your desert metal. Now these guys are pretty sure Tunisia, somewhere around there, and yeah, have their own style to the music. But what I will say on this album here, they have lost some of that desert Tunisian sound, and they've gone more for the straightforward hard rock, modern metal, but still cracking songs on this. Really enjoy that cover up there. It did come with a little bit of a split in the top, but it is what it is. Came out on Ear Music. Oh, by the way, the Amaranth came out on Nuclear Blast. Ear Music. It says 2023 on the back, but it didn't come out till this year. We have the lyrics in there. This is another one I need to give more spins. I only spun this the once. Really enjoyed it, but I need to give it more spins to figure out which is my favourite tracks. But yeah, very happy to have the new Mirith. Not sure how many albums they have out. I know they have at least 2 others, but yeah, fantastic musicians, and yeah, very happy with it. And I think it just came out on the standard black wax. So that's my little update for now. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and maybe pick up some of the stuff if you get the chance, especially the Devil's Skin EP. So yep, for now, signing off. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye for now.